Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with a live episode of VSW. Thank you. You're far too kind. So, here's the deal. Tonight we're talking more about the independent wrestling scene here in New England. Things heating up, in my opinion. I mean, pandemic is slowing a little bit. We got okay about venues, but that's all great and dandy for the months to come. But what about what's going on now? Well, that's the fun thing. The Road, Season 3, is now on. Limitless, crushing it. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. These kids just going out and giving it their all. You can catch that on IWTV. You can use code Limitless and get a free trial and check it out and watch the other seasons as well. They're just magnificent. You know, the end of season 2, we saw a new champion. We saw Anthony Green relinquish his title as he moved on to the WWE, and at Vacation Land Cup, we saw Christian Casanova win that title, and now we're learning that Christian Casanova has also got contracted to the WWE. Congratulations, bro. This is very exciting. That Limitless title is just magic. But maybe we'll see a new champion crowned on the Road, Season 3, I don't know, or in one of their upcoming pay-per-views. Double Vision, do we see Christian Casanova lose the title? These are all things we'll have to wait and watch. That's just one aspect of it. You'll also have Chaotic Wrestling every Thursday night, 8 o'clock on Twitch. Chase Del Monte is doing a great job, in my opinion, with this show. It's entertaining, it's fun. It's got some grime to it, but it's what wrestling should be. I mean, there's no fans, so, with any of these shows, there's no fans. You just have whatever talent's there, maybe a few friends and family members, whatever's allowed. So, this is without all the fan aspect. And it's still crushing it, in my opinion. We've seen some main people come down, MSP, the women's champion, Becca. You got some great talent out there. Love Doug, killing it out there, and Chase Del Monte himself wrestling, and he's doing a great job. And then last night, you had the return, finally, of Beyond Wrestling. And that is also on 8 p.m., and that is also on IWTV. And you can get a free subscription also using, not a subscription, but a trial, using Beyond as a code as well as Limitless. They will both get you a free trial. And that was very good last night as well. So now you have a bunch of New England shows running constantly and continuously with great talent, some overlapping, some fresh faces. And it's really, really taking off. And I really can't wait to see what happens when we can get back to shows. What's this going to look like when we can get back to a Beyond show en masse? Will we see another uncharted territory? I know that was in the works. Before the pandemic, the school was supposed to be opening up in Worcester. And then you had the students helping out with uncharted territory. I only know this because I was going to sign up myself to the school, learn a few things, and help out. It didn't end up happening with the pandemic, but who knows what happens in the next year to come. And I do hear that school is opening, so that's very exciting news. Limitless out in Maine. Soon, they had some fans, I believe, tonight at a show. Very limited capacity. That's great. Soon we'll be able to go to, the full shows. And there'll be full houses again. And you'll hear the fans. And, we've been watching these guys and girls wrestle through the whole pandemic. And it's just going to be great to see them live again. I'm hoping to be able to get a lot of them on this show, as we have been working out a few things to get some good guests. Trying to line up Isana, the Suplex Sweetheart. You'll be seeing her on the Lab on IWTV in this spring. And that's going to be another great promotion. You're going to see a bunch of people there. Isana, Dick Lane, Pimp Daddy Apple Cinnamon, Sean Leda. It's going to be great. It's going to be great to see fresh faces on TV, on IWTV. And this is all going to be happening in the springtime of this year. Compared to, last year at this time when we didn't know anything about what was going on, what shows were going to be happening. I believe my last show that I went to was sometime in late February, early March. And that was it, and nobody knew anything. Every show kept getting postponed for another month, until refunds were just given or tickets were just considered good till whenever we return. So now we have some hope. We can see the future a little bit and see, hey, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. We're going to have some shows soon. These people are getting themselves in shape. They're starting to train, get that ring rust off. Nothing worse than a little ring rust. People get injured that way very easily. Don't mind me, I'm just on the Grape Diamonds tonight. But yeah, they get injured very easily with that ring rust. They think they can do what they did 6, 7, 8 months ago without ever training or jumping in a ring or practicing anything, and all of a sudden, you twist something, you pull a muscle, something bad happens. Don't let it happen to you. Train. Get in the gym if you can. But with that being said, we look forward to this. I'm also looking forward to see what happens with NCW. With mass opening up with limited capacities, will we have an NCW show soon in Dedham? I would love to see one coming this summertime, maybe if not spring, summer. Or if we could get an outside show or something. And there's still all the other little promotions that you have across New England, UFO, and some of the other bigger ones too. So, like Northeastern Wrestling and New England, there's a bunch that are just kind of out there that haven't been able to do anything right now during the pandemic. Whereas if you looked at, a year and a half ago, from Friday to Sunday, your life was taken over by independent wrestling if you wanted it to be. You could just fully indulge all weekend long from Friday to Sunday and find shows and find matches and find things to do to go to all over the state. Those days will be again here. Don't worry, they will be. And one of my favorite things about the indie shows is always the interactions with the wrestlers. I'm hoping that comes back. I always like seeing, the people that I support or the people that I think are going to be the next big thing. And I get to interact with them now at this level. It's just great. And you get to really see a lot of these guys are just like you and I, the normal people, down to earth, very nice. They'll support you if you support them. They have your back. I've become friendly with a lot of independent wrestlers, and I can say, I don't have a lot of beef with any of them. Nobody really irks me the wrong way. You go to a show, you start to see the same guys over and over again, you get to talk to them. They become your friends a little bit. And it's nice. I miss that aspect of the independent wrestling scene. That can't happen right now. So I am looking forward to that. And also the merch stands. Who doesn't like merch? I love to buy shirts. I love to buy autographs. I love to buy. Figures sometimes, you get people that sell old figures or loose figures. I know one place has magazines. I'll scoop them all up. It's great. Plus, you got the wrestlers merch. Everybody comes out at intermission, sells their shirts and whatever other gimmicks they got. And it's another great way to support the independent wrestling scene and your favorite wrestlers. That money goes directly to them. And it helps them. And this is important. As fans, we might not be able to always support them financially, and that's fine too. But if we can, let's do it. I'm all for it. During the pandemic, I bought a lot of shirts. A lot of people that I like. And some I didn't even know. I just randomly went through independent wrestlers that left me links on a tweet and just bought shirts at random from random wrestlers. And then looked them up later, checked out their matches on YouTube. I just wanted to show some support to these guys. They're, like I said, they're human. They went through the same trials and tribulations as we did during the pandemic. They weren't backed by any cushy WWE, AEW contracts where they could still wrestle in Florida or they could get paid to stay home. They had their regular jobs if they still had them, but if they weren't essential, they stayed home altogether and had to deal with the unemployment issues of everybody else, and plus the side gig of the weekend wrestling just could not happen. So I do urge you still, if you can support a local independent wrestler, do it. It doesn't have to be a New England guy. Look at your own state, if you're out of state, or your own city, your towns. Go to your shows when they open back up. See who's out there. You don't know who's going to be signed next. Like I said, look at the Limitless World title heritage you had. First champion, MJF. Where's he now? Second guy, Anthony Green. Where's he? Signed August Gray to WWE 205 Live. Now you have Christian Casanova. Boom. Signed to WWE. We'll see him soon. So, what happens in your town? Where do these other guys come from? They've all started somewhere in some town wrestling in some small arena, VFW hall somewhere. So I urge you, check them out. Look at them. Get to know them. You never know when they'll be on TV next. I'm a big avid independent wrestling fan. I suggest you sign up for IWTV. Do it tonight if you can. Use either code Limitless or Beyond. Get a free trial. Check out what they have to offer. Check out all the shows. There is tons and tons and tons and tons of content out there. You'll see a lot of guys before they were famous. I can guarantee you that. But with that, I want to say I fare you well. A farewell good night, folks. The Versace Stoner got some Versace Stoner work to do. I hope you enjoyed this episode of VSW. Versace Stoner out.